Beneath the veneer of everyday politics and the bustling life of a superpower, a covert narrative is being scripted. This isn't the next blockbuster political drama. It's the unfolding reality of the United States, a reality that could forever alter the fabric of American democracy. Today, we dive into the heart of a hidden agenda, meticulously crafted by the radical right, aimed at redefining the very principles of freedom and governance. This narrative isn't about a single policy shift or legislative change. It's about a fundamental overhaul of the rights and values we hold dear. From the education our children receive, to our sacred right to vote. From the collective strength of workers to the sanctity of our environment and the very essence of our social fabric. Every thread of the American tapestry is under scrutiny, vulnerable to a radical reweaving. Join us as we peel back the layers of this clandestine strategy, designed not just to change policies, but to rewire the core ideals of an entire nation. We're not merely observers in this tale. We're the very fabric it seeks to alter. This is more than a story. It's a critical examination of a stealthy blueprint for America. A blueprint that's being unfurled one policy, one law, one election at a time. The future is being drafted in the shadows, and the stakes are nothing less than the soul of a nation. Beneath the surface of everyday politics lies a hidden realm where the architects of a new America are at work. These masterminds, operating beyond the public eye, are drafting a blueprint that could redefine the nation. Who are these architects, you might wonder? They aren't the faces you see in the headlines. Instead, they wield their influence from the shadows, shaping policies and ideologies without drawing attention to themselves. At the core of their mission is a principle that seems innocuous on the surface: the supremacy of individual liberty, especially from government intervention. But this isn't the liberty of speech, choice, or life as we commonly understand it. It's the unfettered freedom of markets, devoid of regulation. The seeds of their grand plan were sown in the quiet corridors of academia and the closed doors of influential think tanks. Here, in these halls of thought and power, a vision for a radically different America took shape, one where market liberty overrides collective needs. Like grandmasters in a game of chess, these architects meticulously plan their moves, well aware that their vision for America's future is not one to be openly contested. It's a vision that demands a stealthy, strategic implementation, away from the democratic spotlight. But what drives a person to redraw the contours of a nation? Is it a steadfast belief in their ideology, or the allure of shaping society's rules? The motives are as complex as the individuals themselves, intertwined with the very fabric of ambition and belief. As we delve deeper into this narrative, remember, the transformations being proposed are not mere policy shifts. They represent a fundamental reshaping of American life, felt by millions. The architects behind this blueprint are not just redesigning policies. They're meticulously reconstructing the American dream. As these architects of change operate from the shadows, the next chapter of our narrative unfolds with the meticulous, stealthy execution of a master plan. A plan so comprehensive, it weaves through the very fabric of governance and public life, often leaving no trace. This strategy doesn't announce its presence with grand declarations. Instead, it infiltrates the pillars of democracy and public policy, piece by piece, subtly altering the landscape. This is a game of influence and power. Played over decades, its moves hidden in plain sight. Influence is the currency of this plan. It seeps into academia, where future leaders are molded, into think tanks, where ideas are crafted into policy, and into the halls of power, where laws are made. Each step is carefully orchestrated to shift the balance towards a new vision for America. With each policy shift,